Brilliance Audio presents Darkest Heart by Juliette Cross, performed by James Larceny and Anais Anara Chase.
I love the smell of sex and brimstone in the morning. Of course, I hadn't had a woman in months or a smoke in 2 days, so it was a pretty shitty morning. At 3 a.m., the watchdogs had finally wandered away from the compound, unable to resist the lure of the night. Debauchery was calling their name, and she was a sexy bitch. No way to deny her when the heart of the demon den starts pumping hard. I should know, since I had been the high demon of New Orleans for over a century, enjoying the pleasures of decadence and excess. But that was a long time ago, before the world turned upside down. The high demon in London where I now stood was some asshole named King Henry. What the fuck? Who calls himself King Henry? An over-bloated megalomaniac hoarding goods in the apocalypse so he could lord over the human populace. That's who. He reminded me of myself once. I hated him. The electric fence rimmed with barbed wire was a good deterrent against human thieves, unless humans hired a high demon who could sift from one place to another, in particular onto the other side of a high-voltage fence without a scratch. Reaching out with my heightened senses, I found none of my brethren in the immediate vicinity. We needed to move fast, no telling when the guards would return. In a blink, I sifted inside the compound within the shadows of the warehouse. King Henry's wards did nothing to stop me. The wards would keep out the angels, but not another demon. Convenient for a merc for hire. My raven and partner in crime cawed 3 times, his way of giving me the all-clear. I avoided the one streetlight buzzing above, pulling out my Zippo with the etched phrase, "To thine own self be fucking true." I flicked on the flame once, then out. Twice, then out, and a 3rd time. A dozen footsteps pounded toward the entrance at my signal, while I opened the gate from the power switch near the warehouse. A party of the human underground resistance marched in with stealth, finding cover in the shadows. They called themselves the 12th Night, for some reason unknown to me, and refused to bow down to the demon lord of the day. And they paid well. The captain of their faction here in London, Cooper, gave me a nod to lead on. Cooper was a man of few words and efficiency. I liked him. We skirted away from the side entrance toward the back, still no sign of guards. King Henry's tin soldiers were lazy as fuck. Not one remained behind. I tried the door. Locked. No problem. Holding the door handle, I summoned my essence. The familiar burn flared in my chest and streamed up my throat. With a puff of air, I blew out a plume of black smoke that snaked its way into the lock. Snick! Cooper was the first behind me, watching every move with curiosity. Otherworld powers were nothing new to humans since this great war between heaven and hell had begun, raging across the planet. Only this time, Cooper was on the receiving end of the benefits of that power, rather than suffering from it, which was the norm for humans caught between the angel and demon power play. Once inside the cool interior, lit only by a neon blue bulb in the corner, each soldier moved swiftly to different pallets and started filling their canvas sacks without a word. They were fast and efficient, I'd give them that. I strolled one aisle stacked with cans of corn, peas, beets. Beets? I mused. Who the fuck would want beets? "Coffee," came the excited whisper of a woman behind me, digging inside a box and stuffing her pack. Now that got my attention. I stepped up beside her. "Imported. American," she added. Peering into the box, I saw the familiar red packaging of Community Coffee, the heartblood of South Louisiana that was my home for over a century, but no more. "Baby, you just found yourself gold." She smiled and kept packing, while I leaned over and took a bag for myself, stuffing it in my ammo pack. Best take a lot of that before... A barrage of bullets flew overhead, pinging on the scaffolding and ricocheting off the corrugated steel of the warehouse wall. "Down! Down!" shouted Cooper.